How y'all doing from Plains of Kansas? Telling old time war stories, particular crime war stories, it's not been real popular with myself or a lot of people I know too. We don't, it's done and over with and nothing to be proud of, and we're three, we move forward. This one's kind of a funny story. It has to do with a little bit about respect, and it wasn't like it's just about, I guess, who I was particularly. Because here's how it goes. I went from Chevrolet, love Chevrolet, Folsom, California. I don't know, somewhere like 88, 89, somewhere in there. And my friend Steve Matthews crossed the street, which was who worked at James Auto Wreckers. This is all Sacramento, Orangevale, and then where I'm taking you. But anyway, he goes, hey, I know some people out there by Rio Linda. I think that is. It's the edge of that, right up North Highlands, Rio Linda, going towards the airport, right? And where the new, not new anymore, um, used car, big, huge lot. They bring the cars in and they broker them, and I mean it's a proper. Anyway, just they hadn't built that, but just as you're going down the street to that new car resale area, because whatever, to the left of that is our one huge building with three, four big doors. You could back a semi trailer into the size of the. Anyway, there's a guy there. I meet him. How you doing? We need a mechanic, and I said, well, I just quit Chevrolet, and so I worked for him. He's a big kind of dude, right? And he had another little guy that was smaller in stature that worked for him, kind of. I don't know about manager or what their arrangement was, but I worked for him for a couple months, dude. And I came out of Chevrolet working on 5 7 liter diesels. I'd done so many of them darn head gaskets, and he had customers, and man, I was just popping them. You get paid. Say the job pays 8, 10, 12 hours, and you can do it 6 and 10, and or whatever it is, you still get paid that amount. I mean, long shot. And I was good at it because I'd done it so much at Chevrolet. And man, I knocked down some money, worked for him for a couple months, and, you know, got to know him a little bit. Um, Kind of an oddball part of the story is the maggot wagon showed up, and it was one of my old neighbors from Casablanca Lane, Linda. Uh, and she goes, "Oh my God, you talk now." When I knew you back then, like 82, 3, 4, you never talked to nobody. So see, I'm moving forward, w- doing better in life with people. And I said, "Yeah, I'm." So anyway, I'm working for this guy. I don't even remember the name and such, but he had. I come to work one morning and he's sitting there and the other guy sitting there. He says, "Hold on a minute before you go." I said, "Let me put my lunch box." He said, "No, just have a seat." Here's where the crime. Now, this owner had owned some kind of pornographic store, San Francisco Bay Area, sold that, used that money to have this shop. And I know he had his fingers in other things, but he's telling me, he says, "Look at here." I wish I could remember how this conversation went exactly, but he's telling me something to the effect that the shop might, will, or something get robbed. The tools and something. He's having this conversation with me, and I'm going, well, shit, dude. My reply back to him was, Dude, if we get ripped off, I get my tools ripped off. I know so many connections and people that fence this stuff. I will connect, or they will, and there'll be a fucking reckoning here. And I'm not going to take that lightly. And he goes, "Oh, I hear you. I hear you." So I can't tell you, and that was kind of in it. It wasn't like a major scene, but I remember the basis of that conversation. And I'm thinking, well, that's fucking odd. People don't normally, employers don't normally have those kind of conversations with you. And I was like, I did my job, and I can't tell you the time period. It couldn't have been too much longer, within a week or something. It wouldn't, I don't know. I come to work and there's the police and everything, and I go, oh, fuck, dude. You know, I go back there. I talk to the owner, and they're doing the thing. Yeah, I mean, shit's gone from the walls, his equipment, everything is gone of his kind of stuff. And I'm looking around, and he calls me over, like, come here. Says, go to the second roll up over here. Go over there and check that out. So I went through the man door and looked, there's all my tools. All my tools. It's like, thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be back to pick them up later on this evening. But thank you, sir. Shook his hand and split. Came back, got my tools, not a scene. Insurance scam, right? He took everything. I don't know who took it. I'm sure, it's part of his crew. But they took everything off the walls. I was like, wow. I know a lot of thieves. They ain't quite this efficient. All right, all right. He was doing an insurance thing. I moved on. Just one little drop of just being around Orangevale, Rio Linda, Alberta, North Highlands, North Sac a little bit. It's just, oh, buddy, good life. God bless. It's a funny story to me because how it all turned out. Wow, had a lot of good breaks like that. A lot. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lord.